So we're now into Thunderstruck, and there is a lot of SBCs to do. So how do you complete them all? Is it possible, and should you, is the big question you've got going on. So when it comes to all of the Flash SBCs, all of the upgrades, there is going to be a lot of different SBCs that you can complete, and some that, to be honest, I just don't think are worth it. Now I'm going to run through what's the best to do, and also then if you actually should do a lot of them. So we've got a lot of players in general, so you've got to kind of pick and choose between them, because you've got the likes of a Casemiro that's a solid DM, but realistically he's kind of on the back burner at this point. You've got a very nice Saka that has the possibility of a 90. You have a fantastic Vinny for 91. Benzabane, how do you pronounce that? Rami, we'll just go Rami. We've got the showdowns coming in quite cheap, so if you wanted to. Then we've obviously got a Cavani. As much as he's very hard to link, if you need coins in FC25, lootbar.gg has you covered. They are the cheapest trading platform on the game. From the 28th of November to the 2nd of December, if you buy coins and use the code JT11 at checkout, there is a chance that you could get a 10% coupon during this time to use on your next order. With the fastest delivery system going, used by many FC25 creators such as Zorky, Manny Plus, and even pro owners. So if you need any coins, head over to lootbar.gg, make sure JT11's in the promo code, and hopefully you enjoy. Sensational value. 84 rated team, 88 rated card. I mean, that's it. It's a cracking card. You got Oberdorf, you got Putellas, Aubameyang, a few of the player of the months, and as you go further down, Nunez, who is a must complete. I still need to do him. Definitely with Lamar, I would say. A lot of the cheaper options, and then you've got the likes of Robbie Keane. We also then have icons. We have Zanetti, Xabi Alonso, Varane. Don't complete any of them. But then you've got the option of a Cruyff. Now, just having the option of a Cruyff, I think, is very tempting for me. So I am looking into at least one of them. And whether you should complete Cruyff or Vinny or Saka, I'd personally be... It's a hard one, because I would be looking personally, if I was going straight down the line, I'd be looking at Vinny first. I think Vinny offers the more endgame tactic at this point in terms of he will last the longest, whereas Cruyff could be potentially overtaken quite quickly. Obviously you got the loan for Cruyff, so definitely try that out first. But Vinny's definitely here to stay, in my opinion. I think he holds a left wing role for quite some time. Then they're just the players. So then we've got the upgrades and the challenges. So challenge wise, I would complete as many as you can. But just like this Flash 9, you've got an 81 rated team, 9 rares, you've got the same League 5, clubs max 5, and then you've got the same country max 4. Now, to be honest, it's not necessarily the most difficult that you can do. For instance, if you are looking for this, I would be looking at Gold Rare, I'd be looking at League 1, and then I would just filter through my teams. So I'd go, okay, well, I can spare an 83 there, we've got an 82, then obviously you've got a few of the kind of lowest, but you've got to remember they pretty much all have to be Spanish at this point. So I would personally just be going and just whacking in a few here. The one thing I didn't actually check was the chemistry. That could be the big thing that kind of nails in the coffin there. But if I was to just go there, we've got 3 nations already. Then if I was to go the other way, we just then have to go with somebody. Atletico Madrid should have a lot. So we've obviously got you, we've got you, and then if we pick one more nation, we could potentially go with the 84 there. And to be fair, we can go with the commons now. So if we kind of double back on ourselves and look at what teams we've gone for, I think, did we go Bilbao? No, we didn't change them. So then if we look at a centre-back and a goalie, for instance, that should be everything. I don't think I went over the teams, players from the max countries. Oh, okay, I read that wrong. So you've only can have 4, 31 chem, 5 clubs. That's absolutely fine. So that makes it actually a lot easier. So that works out for us a lot more. So if you go for your big teams, you look at your Atletico Madrids. Obviously, we're going to have quite a few from different countries in there. That's actually not too bad. I thought it was the other way around. So if we go with them, and what we could do is potentially just go for that one common. Then if we was to go, say, for Barcelona, we know they've got plenty of cards that we can use. Or they should do at least. So we start with the 83s. Are we going down this way? Beautiful. And then if we've probably gone over the Spanish limit actually there, to be fair. So again, if we go with the commons, and now we're just looking for potentially the random nations that are going to sort us out here. So let's just go for one more team just in case, because like I said, we might have gone over the Spanish here. It's kind of probably better for the Prem now, to be fair, if this was the case. We got Real Madrid. Have they got many? We got Lunin. I suppose we might be able to just do Lunin, and that should be enough. In fact, we've got it anyway. So now we've just got to find the 31 chem, which is probably the hardest bit about this, to be honest. The only good thing is we do have a lot of different positions that can be used. 31 chem is pretty much everybody in the right positions as well. Of course, they've got cams there. So we've got a right wing. That's not going to work. So we'll go with Lunin instead. We'll go with another centre mid. And then we've got 4 teams, so we basically just need to look for cams at this point. So cams, and I think we've got 2 from the same nation. So we could actually just go, if we go like that, and then we go cam, we could potentially just go with, I don't know how many teams we've got. We'll go with, see if we could just put in these 2 here. That's going to be 33 chem. Is it enough teams? I was going to say it's going to be 1 extra team. So we'll go cam again. And what we'll do this time is just go with the cam and go in common because we haven't got that one done. And we'll go with Gula. Perfect. So we're going to throw 1 out. Perfect. Now, that's going to be great if you've got a big club. If not, then to be honest, I'd probably miss out on that one. You're only getting 283s back. And like I said, it sometimes is more of a gamble, more so than anything. So getting your club ready, or at least in a position where you can grind these out pretty much with no hesitation, is going to be fantastic, but it's going to be difficult at the same time. We're just going to get rid of them just for the purpose of the video. We've obviously got 100 in the storage, 83 double. We're going to get an inform at a minimum, so that's nice. I suppose it helps with a lot of the different requirements that we're getting, and it's going to be an 83. We also get Preo again, which just is what it is. So grinding these out, the first thing I would be doing every single hour if you can, on your phone, on your web app or whatever, if you're next to your console, the player picks. They are absolutely massive. Very, very easy to complete, and I would be just trying to complete them with as much storage as you personally can. Obviously with this, we're just going to whack them in because we've got plenty of people in the normal zone. So we're going to whack him in. We could even then go and add a Peugeot, so we've got not necessarily a player that's holding up the packs. Obviously with the player picks, they're absolutely fine, but I would go gold, and obviously if you can keep it like that, it will sort it out properly. So then I'd go from here, would go with Parejo just to get him out of the way, and there we go, and we've got him in. And then what I'd do from there is we just then go to the storage and just try and find the lowest value, because I don't normally put commons in. It's very rare that I have commons in here, so I would try and put as many of the lower rated rares in as I can, as obviously there's loads of upgrades you can do to grind this out. So that's going to be the second one. And then we've added that one in, and then we've got the final one. So we add Parejo back in, and then we get the final one. You get 3 every hour, and for the golds that you put in, the player picks normally are always worth it. I think they are normally the best ones that you can grind out, and they are the easiest to complete when it comes to just getting them done quickly. Sometimes you get lucky and you can get all 3 players in of rares, and you can just set it off straight away. Annoyingly, you have got to do the reveal every time. I like it, but then I don't like it at the same time. I just want to get the player pick out of the way. We do already have Walsh, but I will absolutely take an inform, especially with all of the upgrade players that we've got to do with all of them informs, especially in 86. We did have a good run already, so I'm not expecting too much from this as well, because we did get, I think, an 87, an 86, and an 84 in the last run. So getting a 186 inform is always fantastic. Sometimes you can get lucky in these. Obviously, we've managed to kind of get very standard. I would take the inform just for the golds anyway, though. So that's nice and easy. Put them into the club, and that's them done for the next hour. I would normally try and miss these kind of double upgrade, these gamble SBCs, if I am trying to do a player. If I'm not bothered about any of the players that have come out, I don't want to grind for Vinny, I don't need Saka, I don't want Cruyff, then maybe yes, the gamble SBCs are always going to be a best friend, but I'd probably look at these first if I'm doing them, because we are giving up an 82 in an inform, an 84 team, then obviously for this we're giving up an 85, 6, 7 and 88 with 2 high rated informs as well, so they're going to take up a lot of the fodder. Now when it comes to like the 84 double combo, I must admit, like, it's okay, but the fact that you only get 2 84s as a guarantee, you get 5 players in general, you could get more than 2 84s, but the likely chance is very slim. But then also for the fact that you might not get anything higher, just as kind of like a demonstration. I don't know what I've got in here, in fact. So, for instance, if we was to give up some of the 84s, because we know realistically at the lowest point, you're looking at 9 84s and then you're looking at 2 83s to get this done. You can throw in an 85 and lower it down, but it depends on what you've got in fodder-wise more so than anything. So we're going to throw an 85 in, and then I'm hoping we can put 2 more 83s in to get that done. So we are giving up quite a lot of an SBC here for potentially just 2 84s. So as much as they are upgradable and you could get somebody good, the likely chance is going to be very slim. It seems to be a lot of the times the promo packs are where it's at. We get a gold, we get an inform at a minimum, and it looks like it's going to be Cobalt. Oh no, it's going to be Summer. So 87 I think he is. 87 and an 84. Is that worth potentially 9 84s and 2 83s if that's what you've given up? I really don't think it is. And you can do that multiple times. That's one that personally I would probably miss. I wouldn't necessarily say do every single upgrade. Same with the 84 player pick. It's, again, a very expensive one of an 84 rated team for just one guaranteed 84. Like, I don't really feel that. And then you've got the 85 combo. This one, again, has got multiple that you can do. And again, I just think it's a little bit off the mark. You've got earn a pack containing 4 rare players rated 80 and above, so it's at least a little bit better there. But then it's only guaranteed 185. That would be fantastic if it was like an 83 rated squad with a 184 requirement. This is an 84 rated squad with 185. So pretty much what I gave up just is going to be what you've got to give up for a potential of just 185 back. You can do that 5 times every day for the next 3 days. I don't think that one's personally worth it. Whereas you do have the triple upgrade here. This is going to be 3 83s. It's an 83 rated squad, but I think the big thing is when you go from that jump of an 83 to an 84, there is a considerably crazy amount of 83s that you can get, whereas 84s are a little bit more limited. It's not like there's absolute gold dust of them, but the 83s, there is a consistent amount that you can get. So I would say getting 3 back at a minimum is at least semi-decent at this point. The one that I personally like, that I would always suggest that we can do every single day 3 times, is the 82 times 14. That for me is at least a decent enough pack that you can grind out, and it's why we don't get it every hour or every kind of few hours, because they know full well it's a very good upgrade. We know that that's a good upgrade because pretty much you get to do it again once it comes back out. So you get to do it like an 84 times 15 if you've ever been in footies, because you get more than 11 players, and likely chances you get an 83 rated team and maybe even an inform back. So I would always suggest getting that one done first, setting up 3 informs for it, an 83 rated team to start it, and then you should be able to finish it. We do get another gold and no walkout for this. So there's a German centre-back, I'm saying Schlotterbeck, 85, 83, 84. Again, that's where I personally just wouldn't bother with them. I would be looking at the 82 times 14, and then predominantly I'd be saving fodder for other stuff. We're going to be getting plenty of upgrades over the course of the next few days, so I would just wait. These are not going to necessarily be the be-all and end-all of upgrades. There will be plenty out. So for instance, this one, this is the one that I'm on about. We've got 2 left of it. Making sure you've done your daily login as well, always going to be a must, because it's just so easy to put a bronze in here. But just the example of the 82 times 14, just so I can get a little bit more fodder out. Obviously, we've got the 83 team of the week. That's not going to be a bad one to be able to do as well. If you wanted to do upgrades to get your players done, we do have, in fact, I don't want to use Walsh in this because it is only an 83. So if we was to go for our low-rated informs, we'll just put an 80 in here because we know our storage is kind of stacked with a few other players that we can kind of put in. So it's an 83 rated team. If you can get it to as close to an 83, that's going to be perfect. But if you can't, then obviously put a couple of your storage in there. As you see, we're getting a few of the informs in our storage now, just to be able to kind of do them higher rated SBCs in the near future. I'm probably going to need an 85 more so than anything for that. So oh, in fact, I've got an 82 here. Can I put 2 more 82s in, or am I going to have to go for an 85? So we'll go for an 85 just for the purpose of this, for being quicker. So we're putting an 80 in form, and you're going to get at least 14 players back. I'm not saying they're going to be all high rated. We've had some pretty decent ones, so I'm probably due a dud, and more than likely on a video, it's going to be a dud. But first one, still not got a Black Friday Thunderstruck yet. It's the gold pack, which is always fantastic. Throw that in. We've obviously got duplicate, untradeable, and then we obviously look at the 82 times 14. It's going to be, what card is that? Is that a road to the knockout? I want to say Cam, German. It's going to be a bit of Brandt, so obviously we've got the best of. So already in 89, I want to say, in this. Do we get a doubler? We're going to get Kelly as well, 86. We do get Brandt, 89. So already a fantastic value in comparison to everything else. We get another 86 in Mary Earps, and then a good amount of fodder coming back. So as you can see, a lot of 82s, 83s, and an 86. They're going to be utilised to be put back in. Now, unfortunately, we didn't get an inform in this, but in the first 3 that we did get 4 informs in total. So technically, they've paid forward into being able to do this again. And just to show you that it might not be always an 89, that is just the perfect value of an SBC. Anything with more than 11 players normally is pretty decent value. Like, that's just kind of the way it goes with these. They are normally the better values because you do get a solid amount back. And I think being an 83 rated team, I could probably imagine them to have given an 84 for that one. I think they could have gone up, and that's where they've gone wrong with the combos, because now this looks like gold dust, even if we can only utilize it once, well, 3 times every single day. So that's kind of where they've gone wrong a little bit there. But we need to put the inform back in, and then we need a higher rated card as well. So we'll go and put that 80 back in, and we'll chuck out an 81, and then what we'll do, just change him for one of the storage players that we've got, and we need to change the low to high. So many different filters. So if we go with, we don't have an 85. We'll go with Kelly just because we know she was we'll go with Trent, in fact, because we've got 3 of him. So that's going to give up the 83. Then in terms of that, that's done now for the next 7 hours until 6 p.m. We also have the daily bronze, silver, and gold, which is definitely a must complete as we do go forward into this game as well, just because they're going to help us with a little bit. We've got another inform. Very nice. Striker, Argentina. It's gone over my head, to be honest. I don't know who that's going to be. We've got Fenerbahce, Galatasaray, and Icardi. Okay, 85, we take it. So it's another inform which we can use. A little bit less on the fodder, but even if we get this fodder, you've got 8 items. That's pretty much 90% of the way there for an 83 rated team. So the next time that we do get them 82 times 14s, we've got the next one set up. We've got an inform if we want to use one, if we don't have one already. So that's going to be perfect in itself. So they are an absolute must in my opinion, whereas the combos, I probably wouldn't bother with them, to be honest. You have got the 81 doubles, which is always nice to do. They are repeatable if you've not got player picks to do anymore. Daily bronze, silver, and gold, definitely get them done. They are, without a doubt, one of the best things that you could do every single day just to get your club up there. We saw them last year, and they are prevalent throughout now the rest of FIFA. You normally get a higher amount, so we tend to get 21 days. Every day we get 3 of them. That's 33 players you get for just putting in bronze and silvers. You get a smaller silver and bronze pack back as well. Get them done. You've got obviously the daily bronze. That's going to be just for 1 bronze. Make sure you're getting them done. They're so easy to complete, and they just give you fodder that basically makes this game completely revolve around. And once you get exchanges, that's kind of the next step. Obviously, with the 83 team of the week, it's going to be an 83 rated teams with 4 84s. A little bit more expensive, but it is an 83 guaranteed. So you've kind of always got to take that into consideration. So for instance, if it was to look, I don't think we've got 184 there. If we're going to put some 82s in, because realistically with an 84, if we've got 4 of them, you probably should be able to put quite a lot of 82s in. So we'll go and just throw them in, and then we'll put the 84s from the club in, just to show you what one you could potentially get. We did get a brand new SBC just, so if we go untradeable on, and then we go down to the 84s, because that's the best thing, is that's just all storage. We've still got the actual club, which if you can utilize your storage well, then you could pretty much do a lot of these SBCs without even touching your club, which is always nice. And then when you want to do a big player, that's when the club is kind of the one that gets hit, really. So we've got an 84 there, so we throw one in there. There's an 83, so we could even lower a few down to some 81s. Probably won't even need any 83s in there. So this is just going to be great to do for your upgrades for your players. For a Cruyff SBC that needs an 87 in form, and then naturally you will get some 83 to 85s, but there is a big potential that you get somebody a little bit higher rated. 9 times out of 10, you're probably going to get the lower ones to start with, and then maybe on like the third or fourth one, you might get somebody a little bit higher. We do get somebody that is tradable now, so that I suppose adds the extra bonus. Also, just as a throwaway, we will get plenty of 10 and 30 coin packs. So make sure you are looking every few hours. If you're not on Twitter, they will kind of give you the rundown of what's actually coming out every single hour in terms of packs. And then the final thing when it comes to upgraded every single day, I want to see what we got SBC. It was the Black Friday Flash Challenge 10. So these are just going to come out as they go. You've also got plenty of objectives to do and plenty of evos to do as well. So we've got 2 hours for this. It is 77 minimum, 5 clubs, 3 leagues, 1 rare player, 28 chems. So you're looking at 5 max clubs, 3 leagues. So you're looking at a nation link more so than anything there. So that's going to be a little bit more tricky if your club's necessarily kind of decimated from all the upgrades. You do, what do you get back? A premium Prime Electrum. I mean, if you've got the club for it, it's good, but I mean, it's not necessarily a pack that I'd be gunning for. Anything like Prime Gold and above, that's kind of where I would kind of put my more force into, but Prime Electrum, I maybe will complete it a little bit later. So make sure you're doing all them upgrades. Let me know down below if you've managed to pack anybody good. I'm still yet to get a Thunderstruck, but we haven't opened up any of the promo packs, which are just there, to be honest. I would try and stay away from them if you can, unless you've got the coin total to do it. There is so much in the store right now that just be careful what you buy, because it seems to be that just that's where you're getting a lot of the Thunderstrucks and they're trying to tap you into it. But let me know how you get on. Plenty of time to go. I'll catch you all for the next one. Peace.